AliasVault is a free and open source web application that allows you to generate and store online profiles in an encrypted format. AliasVault is not just a password manager, as one might initially conclude, but it also enables you to create email aliases and receive emails directly within the application, without the need to use other email providers, which makes it a unique solution on the market. By using this application, for each site you want to register on, you will get a new identity, meaning a new email address, first and last name, username, and password. In this way, you will have all the data you need to log in stored in one place. AliasVault is available in the form of an extension for all major web browsers: Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, and Brave. It is also available in the form of an application for mobile devices, meaning there is an app for Android and iOS. To use AliasVault, all you need to do is visit the official website, the link will be in the video description, click the Create Your Free Vault button, then click Create New Vault, accept the terms of use by checking the box that says I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions, and then click the Continue button. After that, you will first need to define your username. Enter your preferred username. If it is taken, you will see username is already in use. If not, the message will read username is available. After defining your username, when you click the Continue button, you will need to define a password. Since this password will be used for decryption, it is advisable for the password to be as long and complex as possible. For example, it should have a minimum of 16 characters and use a combination of letters, numbers, and symbols. After defining the password, click the Create Account button. After that, you will receive a welcome message, and when you click the Continue button, you will also get a short text with the tips for use. By clicking the Get Started button, your Vault, meaning your AliasVault web application account, will be created. When you launch the application for the first time, if you have previously used the password manager, you will have the option to import data from that application into AliasVault. When you click the Import From button, you will get a list of applications for which this option is available, such as Bitwarden, KeePass, ProtonPass, and so on. Also, in this section you can export data, meaning save the data you already have in the form of a file, as well as reset the vault, meaning delete all data and restore the application to its factory settings. When we click the New button in the top right corner, we will get a list of options that application provides for adding accounts. The first option, Login, allows you to add an existing account. For example, if you want to add a Google account, you can type Google or Gmail in the name field, and in the website URL field, enter the web address itself. In this case, that would be google.com. When you click the Continue button, you will have the option to enter other details related to that account, meaning the username and password. If in addition to these details you want to add some more, click the plus icon below this section, and then from the list of the offered options, select the desired field. As you can see, you have the option to add an email, notes, two-factor authentication, an attachment, meaning a specific file associated with that account, and the last option, Add Custom Field, allows you to define an additional data field yourself, if none of the offered options suits your needs. After entering all the details, click the Save Item button to save the changes. As you can see, we now have a Google entry that contains all the login data we entered. When you click the New button again, the second option, Alias, will automatically generate all the data you need to create a new account. When you click on this option, you will again need to enter the name and the website address of the site where you want to create an account. After entering the data, when you click the Create button, the application will automatically generate all the necessary details. As you can see, we got an email address, username, password, first and last name, gender, and the date of birth. We will now enter these details into the registration form. The verification email for the newly created account will arrive directly in the application. You can see the received messages in the email section. This is the biggest advantage that this application offers: the ability to create unlimited number of email aliases and receive emails directly within the application. This way, if any of the used email addresses are compromised, you can simply delete it and generate another one. Your main email address that you use, for example, Gmail, Proton, Yahoo, or similar, remains untouched, meaning it is protected, and you will not receive unwanted messages as it is in no way connected to the accounts you create using AliasVault. You can view all received emails by clicking on the Emails option. Unnecessary emails you can delete by clicking the trash can icon. The application also provides the ability to add payment cards. The recommendation is to use this option to store data about your virtual cards, which serve to increase security and protect data. Also, within the application, you can save notes, meaning you can leave reminders for yourself, for example, which account you created and for what purpose, what it was used for, and similar. By using the extension within your web browser, you get the ability to have the necessary data automatically filled in on websites for which you have created an account. As soon as you click, for example, on the email field, the program will offer to fill it in with a single click. You will get the same autofill option for the password and all other details needed for logging in. Also, by using the extension, you can quickly add or create new accounts. To do this, click on the extension icon, then on the plus icon. By default, the Creating Login option is selected, but if you click on the drop-down menu in this section, you will see other options. Since we want to create a new account, we will select the Alias option to automatically generate a new email, password, and other necessary details. We will now use the generated details to create an account. The application also allows you to group created accounts into folders. When we click the New Folder button, we will have the option to define the folder name. Then click on the name of the account you want to move to a folder, then on Edit button. On the left side, where the name and web address are displayed, you will see the No Folder section, since that account is not in any folder. When we click on this option, we will get a list of existing folders. Select the desired option and then save the changes by clicking the Save Item button. In this way, you can organize all your saved login entries into specific logical units, in a way that best suits you. Regarding the application settings, when we click the menu in the top right corner, we will see all the available options. In the General Settings section, first you can change the language if you wish. Next, we have the option to change the email service used within the application. When we click the drop-down menu in this section, we will get a list of all available options. However, the recommendation is not to change the domain, meaning to leave the aliasvault.net option selected. Next, we have Identity Generator settings, meaning the settings related to the personal data that the application automatically generates. At the bottom of this section are the settings related to the passwords that will be generated by using this application. When you click the Configure button, you will have the option to choose whether you want to use uppercase or lowercase letters or combination, numbers, special characters, and similar, as well as the option to determine the length of the password itself. By default, the length is set to 18 characters, but you can increase or decrease this by using the slider. After making the desired changes, press the Save Globally button to save the settings. If you plan to use this application, it is advisable to activate two-factor authentication. You can do this in the Security Settings section. In the newly opened window, the first option, Change Password, allows you to change your password if you wish. The second option is two-factor authentication. Click the Enable Two-Factor Authentication button, scan the code or enter the data manually into the application you use for two-factor authentication, and click the Verify and Enable button. After that, you will receive recovery codes for account recovery. Save this data in a safe place. In this section, you can also activate a passkey and view the login history, meaning you can see when, using which device, and with which IP address you logged into your account. The last option in this section is account deletion. If for any reason you wish to delete your account, click the Delete Account button and enter the required data. If you decide to take this step before permanently deleting your account, you can save all the data you have in the application in the form of a file using Import-Export option. Also, it is important to highlight that the browser extension offers an additional option, setting a PIN code for easier unlocking. To activate this option, click the extension icon, then on Settings, and select the Vault Unlock Method option. Then we will click the Disable button and enter PIN code we want. The PIN must have at least 6 digits. You need to enter the PIN twice for confirmation. And when you click the Confirm button, the PIN will be added as an unlock option. If you missed adding the extension for your browser at the beginning, or if you want to install the application on your mobile device, you can get direct links by clicking the Extensions and Apps button. You can leave any questions, suggestions, or ideas for future video content in the comments. Thanks to everyone who took the time to watch this video. I hope you find it useful or at least informative.